Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for literally coming on and watching this. Listen, I've got two beautiful ladies that are here with me to help share some of this information. So I'd love to know what it was you found out that you wanted to come in here in the first place. So I'd really love to know that. So please share with me any of that information if you can down there, because this will be on YouTube as well. So I would love, first of all, to introduce to Diamond, and she's on my top left, I think.
Hello,
Leah,
hello.
Leah is down there. I think I don't know
Hello.
to pop on with me, and I'm obviously Sheena Cantar. But these two girls, these two magnificent goddesses, ladies, divine feminines, and they are going to introduce themselves and just tell you a little bit. So we come in here because let me tell you what I was looking for first of all. Yeah, I was looking for a community of feminine, strong women who would be able to understand my conversation because I talk at a certain level and people think I'm a bit cuckoo. And so I wanted people who talked like that with me, who understood, so if you've ever studied with Bob Proctor, well, there you go. If you haven't, you need to go and find out his name. So we are three girls who literally studied under Bob Proctor, and there's a certain language, certain way that we talk, and it's really, really strong and powerful. And I wanted to be surrounded by those women because, listen, we're not going to get it here, there, and everywhere, wherever we are. We're going to have to go on online, and literally, these women are all around the world, and I wanted to connect with them. So I actually watched Priya, if you can see her. And I thought, wow, she's something's different about Priya. And so I watched her and I jumped in and just asked her, and she says, well, I'm with this, absolute amazing group called the Freedom Era. So if you've never heard of that, there's a link down there for you to check it out. And the Freedom Era is literally not just divine feminine, although I think it's 90% feminine. And there's the men there as well. So we're not exclusive. We're just literally people who want to help raise the consciousness of the planet, of the world, and have fun while we're doing it and support each other. Because you must admit, whatever's going on in the world right now, we need to start creating more communities and for us to literally be together and help each other grow. Now, when I first came into this, so Diamond, who's on my other side there, whenever she came in, I had help from Australia and America because she is in American time zone and I was in the Austrian time zone. And what that was just like, my goodness, I really saw that collective loop because as a coach, I don't know about you
Yes.
watching this, but as a coach, I was on my own, even though I was with
hmm
a group of people. Actually,
hmm
doing the business was mine and my only responsibility. So that's why I'm here. But also, there was something else that drew me here, and it was the water. But I'm going to leave that for another conversation. So who wants to pop up next?
Well, I would like
Well,
to jump
go ahead.
in. Okay, I would like to say what drew me into this community, first of all, was I have worked for 5 years, and I was with Bob Proctor as well. Worked for about 5 years on my internal mindset shift, vibration, frequency, worked for all that. And I got to a certain point, and Spirit was guiding me now to shift to the outside of me and work on my health. And so I'd done all this internal work and almost in hermit mode for a moment. And now Spirit was telling me to come to rise up and shine and to work on get my health, because this body, this vehicle that I'm moving and flowing around in this reality, it's carrying me. It's going to carry me through the rest of this incarnation. So I started thinking about my health and, doing yoga and this and that, eating properly, which I've always had that going on for a long time in my life, but really focusing on it. And then the water was like so prominent, like Spirit was just like leading me to good drinking water. And one of my girlfriends mentioned zone 5, or the blue zone water. And I'm like, what's that? And I just dismissed it. And then the next thing I heard from another person was this Kangen water. And I'm like, oh, tell me more. And then I get a call from Sheena. And so the Spirit was just guiding me to the water. And I know that drinking living water will internalize, just transform. You change your water, you change your life. Period. And then it, of course, puts you into the community, the high frequency community of love, coherency from the brothers and sisters that we are reaching and touching around the whole world. And these machines that are being produced for us to enjoy, I believe they need to be in every household. Every household. So that's where I am today, just loving my freedom that is I'm creating with my business.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. And it's just, you know, that I think there's been quite a lot of people I've spoken to recently, and the water has been coming in. Oh my goodness, it's the water. I spoke to somebody else and says, oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
did something with the water. Oh, my sister said the water. So yeah, you're absolutely right. The
Mhm.
water is calling. In the year of Aquarius, the water's calling.
Yeah.
And Priya.
Yeah. So for me, thank you, Sheena. And I'm really like honored to be here and share a little bit of my journey on how I got here and attracted you wonderful, beautiful goddesses into my life. Because not only have we all been with Bob Proctor, but we all have the same desire for consciousness, for
Mm.
the evolution of consciousness on this planet. And that has always been my focus, the evolution of consciousness, however that comes. Being in the age of Aquarius, of course, the water has been the absolute essence of that, because we are water. We are more than 75% of water. We are made of water. We are born from water. We are in the womb of water. And water is the greatest carrier of consciousness. So for me, it was really an alignment that came to me. And I was looking for different things. The first thing was I was looking for time, money, and location freedom, because I am a nomad at heart. I love traveling. I love living in different places, and I love to have the absolute freedom to do that. And that is not only health, which is the main freedom that we have, because if we don't have health, we have nothing, but also to have the financial freedom and the location freedom and the time freedom to enjoy all of it. Because as a coach, I had one but not the other. I burned myself out with the business. I did everything myself, and I wanted a business that was different. I wanted a conscious community. I wanted a global conscious community, not only in America but worldwide. And I also wanted to do good for others. So it wasn't about me only, but I wanted to share my mission in life. And this is really something that inhabits me since I was a child, is that I have a bigger purpose than just myself. And so I was looking at the whole, at the world awakening right now. And I was feeling there was something missing. We can't just go with our mind, the mindset work, but we have to go with our bodies and with our souls. And so when I found this water, I found something for my body that transformed my soul and aligned my soul with more consciousness and with conscious visionary leaders. And then I also found the mindset piece in it. And now I have basically the trifecta, the body, mind, and spirit. And this is what really drew me in here. And this is what draws in the leaders that work with me, because I feel we are a blessing for the world. And whatever we do is really giving back to the world what we have received in terms of knowledge, transform it into wisdom, and transform it into the freedom that people deserve, freedom in time, money, location, and body. And this is really important to put something very specific on there, which is the health, because if we don't have health, we have nothing else.
Wow. Now, couldn't you just sit there and just listen to these ladies? My goodness, you know, I'm just like, oh, what are we doing next? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and I'm honoring your time, is just to be, you know, 4 slides and just to give you an idea. And like I say, if it's something that you're interested in, then please click on the links below. So what I love about, you know, this was not rehearsed. We have come on here. We literally, you know, divine spirit just lead us our conversation, and how we talked about the different elements of the business and what it brought it in. One thing just to add was about a legacy income and to really, you know, harness in on that I wanted to be the one who does the generational change for my family. And everybody else seems to have been wiped out. So it's up to me to literally be the alpha female and literally change that. Because here's the thing, I might come, and you may not believe this, but it's my story and I'm sticking to it. What if I come back as my great grandchild? Well, like, I better get it sorted now. So let's dive in and just have a wee look at something that you could actually create. And I would love to create this with you. So just let me know that everybody can see the slides. It's always a good place to start, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Everybody can. That's great. Because I did do a presentation one time where I wasn't looking at the screen and there was no slides on there at all. So really, really good. So what I want to point you to, first of all, is literally to look at the bottom right-hand corner, because, you know, there's so many people saying, oh, you can earn 1 million. And we're all like, yeah. You know, we're kind of done with all that, aren't we? So let's just make it real. You know, earning 100,000. So any of you who are watching this have probably already earned 100,000. Was it this easy? Was it like 0.3 sales a week? Was it? That's all I want to say about that slide. I mean, I'm going to keep it really, really simple. Was it that easy to earn 100K in a year? What if you did 15 sales in the first quarter? Sure, you could just take the rest of the year off if that's all you wanted to earn. How amazing was that? Is there anything you girls want to say about this, about what really brought you to this slide?
Well, for me, I think one of the things that I really feel when I watch this slide is, having been in multi-level marketing and in different companies, when I looked at that and was realizing that 15 sales a year can bring me to $100,000 compared to probably 50,000 sales that I had to do in low ticket network marketing, it was an absolute no-brainer. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And this is not something that somebody made up on a Saturday as a fantasy. This company has existed for 50 years, and this is what people truly earn.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Was there anything about yourself, Diamond, that you saw on here that impressed you?
Yes. So I have never been in multi-level sales. So when I look at this slide, I think this is achievable because it has been achieved. And so it makes it very, in my mind, just very real and reachable, whether it be 100,000 or 1 million. There are people that have walked across that stage in Japan that have done it.
Brilliant.
Just people just like us. Like, we're no different. The only difference is the mindset. Is believing you can do this and knowing that there are others that have done this. So these are real numbers, real people, and let's go. Let's do it.
Everybody started at zero, didn't they? Isn't it amazing?
That's right.
No qualifications can get you in here. You know, there's no amount of knowledge can get you in here. Everybody starts in exactly the same place, which I absolutely love. So the next one, and Priya had already mentioned it about MLM. Now, here's the thing that makes me laugh. So, you know, I've worked in the public sector. I have worked in the private sector for corporate, you know, huge corporate teams. And, you know, it's lovely to get your salary, and, you know, I'm pensionable age. And so I saw my pension and I was a bit like, are you kidding me? Like, is that it? So you're telling me that I worked for 40 hours a week for 40 years to end up with 40% of what I couldn't survive on in the first place? Are you telling me that that's true? Is that, who sold us that? That's why the kids don't want to do this anymore, because you know, who sold us that? But here's the other thing. Yes, I've done MLM as well before. And my goodness, there's nothing more disheartening that whenever you get to a certain level, and there's one company that I get a certain piece of skincare from right now, and every single month I go back to zero. I reach a level, then I start at zero. Oh my goodness. I thought, I'm so glad I'm not growing this as a business, because I would just be so disheartened. And then another one would give you 3 months at that level, but then you'd be taken down. So And plus, you had to have your auto ship. I think that's so funny. I love how one of our colleagues calls it no auto ship. Oh my goodness, you know? And so there's no quotas. You never lose rank. I mean, oh my goodness. And look at those commission amounts. I'm sorry, but I mean, there's another company that I get something from, and I don't get any commission at all because I'm a consultant and I don't get any commission. I just couldn't believe that. They cancelled it.
Mm.
You have to be a customer. And it's a one-time investment, and the limitless, willable legacy income. This company has a plan for 500 years. Wow. And let me tell you, I'm not doing any sales. I'm not running around doing sales calls. No, 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 no. There's a team who does that. And it's all automated. I'm doing this wee webinar for fun because I love these girls and I wanted to be in and do my little bit. But you're going to see when you click on the links below. So there's one about the water and there's one about the business to go into it in more detail. And you can click on those and you will see that everybody else has done the work for you. Now, ladies, I don't know if there's anything you want to say about this slide.
I would like to add something to that because for me, having worked for the last 40 something years, if I would have started 40 years ago with this company, I would be a multi-billionaire because every time I make a sale, I bless somebody with this water. I basically put this into legacy income for myself, for my children, and my grandchildren. And this is why every single person that has been doing this business for more than 7 years, they basically all have achieved legacy income when they continued exactly in that way. And so there is no way that I have found any other companies where you have no quotas and you cannot lose the rank. And every time you earn money, you basically get a point towards your legacy income, meaning you always work for the future, for now, because you get paid, but you work for the future. So this for me was a limitless willable legacy income. And I was like, limitless, because this company will grow even after myself. Even when I'm gone, this company will grow and my daughter will have the money and it will grow with her. And then my grandchildren will have the money and it will grow with them because it's a 500-year business plan. And this was really what blew my mind. So this for me was like, this is a no-brainer, right?
Mm-hmm. And what I like about the comparison of the two here is the recruiting versus the attracting. And so in my mind, because the last 7 years I've been working on my mindset and shifting old, outdated beliefs. So attracting was so beautiful when I saw that in here. It was like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. It's just you be and flow. And we know how the law of attraction works. What we put out comes right back to us. So it is literally working just like that. We will attract exactly what we put out. We'll attract the people. They'll come to us, as we've heard multiple times with the various ones that I've spoken to in this business, that they have rarely reached out to anyone. They are being reached out to. So I love that aspect of it. And so we have to keep reminding ourselves, because we're creatures of habit. We feel like we have to do, but just learn to be and just allow. This is what I love so much right here.
And that's the water as well. The water, the water called me, and the water's called Priya, and the water's called Diamond. And just drinking this water, literally, there's something about it that you can't really explain, and that's what it is just like, that's it's everything is from the inside out, isn't it? And if you've ever tried this with raspberries, raspberries washed in an magic water, they look like they're alive and they're calling you and they're going, eat me, but that's a side note. I tried the video, but it didn't work quite so well. It's much better in person. So if you know somebody with a Kangen machine, get them to do the raspberry test, and you will see just how, oh my goodness, yeah. And that's your brain cells that literally this water is infusing. One of the things, that that I realize is that, a lot of people, like with coaching, is that we're not reaching all those people. And, we're trying to help people who are literally thinking, because their minds are in panic, because we're not hydrated enough. I love the book that Priya introduced me to, and it was You Are Not Sick, You Are Dehydrated. And it dawned on me about, that overthinking in your mind is literally that we're not hydrated in the body. So I'm just going to plant that seed. Go off and read that book and let me know what you think anyway. So this slide, really, and it may look like a little busy slide, but there's only one thing, and that's the thing that's circled right there. We were talking about legacy income, and this is the level that you will start to get a legacy income out. I'm not going to explain what all the different things are. We have little pieces of the pie, and this is 6 pieces of the pie, etc., etc. But, so never mind the money that you've made from your sales and commissions from your whole team. When you reach a certain level, you're getting a $25,000 bonus, but also $5,000 for the rest of your life. Like, wow. Now, if you're thinking, what? I mean, my pension's not even that. So, it's good that you look at your pension and you just go, what? It's not that much. No, it's not that much. And so, but look down to the far right hand of this screen and just look at that, 80,000 monthly for life. Now, tell me, who would like that? Who would like to be able to pass that on? Whenever you're 90 and maybe perhaps it's time for you to pass on and transition, and you're thinking about your family, you're going, oh my goodness, they're set for life. They're set for life. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So pass that on over to you too.
Yeah. And one thing that I would like to add to this is, in order to get to legacy income, the sales that we showed you, if you do the quad sales, you need 220 quad sales. That is 220 sales to get to legacy income. And that for me was really where I had to wrap my mind around it. And I was like, how many shakes did I sell before and get like between $7 and $15 commission, right? And then start over again the next month and the next month. And so for me, when I really looked at that, I was like, it's a no-brainer, because the bonuses are quarterly bonuses, monthly bonuses, and then also the yearly bonuses, and then the rank bonuses. So what you're seeing here are just a fraction of the bonuses, but there is so many more bonuses. And this is really, I don't want to go into this, but if you really understand what legacy wealth means, it means you will make this, and then your children will go to the next level where they get $50,000 bonuses and 10,000 for life, and then they will get 15 and then 20, because the company only grows. It only keeps growing. It's like a tree that you plant. And by the way, that's what they do in Japan. They plant trees for people. For every person that gets to legacy, they plant a tree. So this is really where the ethical part comes in. It's not only ending when you are done with the business. It goes on and on and on and on. And this is where this is a 500-year business plan. I have never seen another company who does that. But then again, it's a Japanese company. They have very different ethics also.
Yeah, that was my point too. I've never seen a payout of legacy income like this. This is incredible. And honestly, I haven't quite wrapped my mind around this. It's very foreign to me, but I love it. I know it's obtainable. We have spoken to the people that are living it right now. So
yeah, and it's
exciting.
obtainable. Like for our leader, Brooke, she made this in less than 5 years. Most of the people that stay with this company attain this lifestyle between 3 and 7 years. So it really just is something that grows, and it's not something that's far out. Like, no, you stick with this. This is like I mean, if it would work for 7 years, I would work for that for 10 years or 15 years, if I knew. But I know this is already done. It's already done because we already started that.
Super. And there was somebody else, Priya, you had a story of a man in India I don't know if
Oh
you
yes,
can share
yeah,
that.
Shuklar. So I met Shuklar in Japan last week, and I think he is 29 years old, something like that. And he started 5 years ago with Anagic. He saw this, and he's from India, from one of the poorest areas in India, to raise the money to buy the machine and to transform his life, his family's life, and the life of the village he lived. And in 1 year, he basically had over 22 people that had joined him and that had transformed the whole village, not only with healthy water, but with legacy wealth. They started building houses, real
Mm.
houses. They started having clean water. They started spreading this. And now he is at the income level of where he gets $25,000 a month. And he has completely transformed his ancestral karma, the legacy for himself, for his family, all his brothers and sisters, his parents. So this is something that is really attainable. And these are people in India. When you think about India, these people don't have money. They do.
Oh, we lost your volume there. Can you speak?
Oops.
Oh, there you go. You're back in again. There you go.
Okay, sorry, my ear pods. I said, this is what is attainable. When you see that people do this in India, you
Mm.
know
There's
that
no
this is
excuse, is
feasible
there?
in every other country. This is amazing. Like for me, it was amazing. And talking to him and seeing his heart. And he brought over 200 people with him to Japan. He was like, I want all of you to walk the stage with me. And it was
Mm.
so beautiful to see this, how one person, the power of one person transformed the whole village, the whole lineage for hundreds and hundreds of people. And this is the power that this water has. And this is the power
Yeah.
that each one of us has, right? This
Yes.
is what we're here for.
Yes.
I wonder what you're going to do. I wonder, you who are watching this, what do you see? What are people going to be talking about you like this? I mean, oh my goodness, like, wow. Who
Hmm.
is now coming up in your heart? Who is now appearing in your head that you want to do something? There's something in your heart. Everybody has something that they could literally change this with. What's yours? Sorry, Diamond, did I?
Mm-mm. No, you're good. Very good.
Okay, so that was I just wanted to share that story because I just thought it was just so wonderful I have no excuse. I have absolutely no excuse whatsoever. And so one of the things, what I love about this slide, is just a couple of things that I'll bring your attention to, but really it's about direct sales companies and, how they become successful and the normal route. So we've been through the formation. So remember, it's been here for 50 years already. And we've been through the formation and literally, the starting of the growth of it. It started to accelerate, and this is exactly where we are now. So you can see this. The company is called Anagic, and we love it, the magic of Anagic. And you can see that this is where, you can see there's big money here already, but then we're going to absolutely take off. Now, this is the best time to be getting into a business. I think there's only 2 million machines that have literally been sold worldwide. The news has to get out. And the more people I talk to, they go, oh my goodness, I've heard about this. And there's starting to be a little bit of magic and actually momentum starting to get out there. So this is the absolute best time here. I mean, after all, everybody needs water, don't they? And what is the
Hmm.
quality of water that people are drinking? I didn't realize that I was only absorbing about 30% of water that, normal water that I'm drinking. And so without going through all the evidence, you can actually click on the link below and you will go in there and see all about the consciousness of the water. But one of the things I want to put your mind towards is the very last sentence, and it says $1.3 billion in sales in 2023. Wow. Do you want to be a part of something like that? So basically, you're starting a multi-billion dollar company. I don't know. What about you girls?
Yeah, for me, what this really means, and I want to draw the attention of people to this, is like from the $1.3 billion in sales, there is 70% that is paid out in direct sales. That's why we are the #1 of the Direct Sales Association. It takes about 15 years to get a gold standard of the Direct Sales Association. There aren't that many companies that have that. And Enagic has really worked diligently. That's why they are in hospitals. That's why we have over 10,000 documents from doctors saying what this water really does. And it is a business. So it really is there for our health and our wealth. And the momentum that we are creating right now, it is just starting. In the next 5 years, every other person is going to have this machine in their household, and they might as well buy it from you. Because
Yes.
this water is necessary. This water is like 100% what everybody needs, consciousness-wise, health-wise, and it transforms literally people from the inside out. Plus, one thing that I want to mention, and we haven't talked about this, is that it eliminates plastic bottles forever from the planet. So if we can really do this for the planet, whatever we put out comes back to us. It is the greatest service we can do for Mother Earth to finally eliminate and help eliminate that plastic epidemic. And having come back from Japan has been such a major, major upgrade for me, because I realized people are so aware of the planet that they're leaving for their children and grandchildren. They're like, of course, everybody has this machine. Everybody has this machine. They're like, why wouldn't you? You get health, you get wealth, and you help the planet. Why would you not? I mean, what is preventing you from this? So this is the question I would like to ask. What is preventing people from not doing this? Because this is really for the greater good of all and for ourselves. This is a service. This is a real service to bring this to every household.
Yeah, most definitely. And I feel the same way. And as far as helping humanity, helping the planet, just thinking about the plastic epidemic was huge for me too. Just thinking how much plastic we use. And so this eliminates so much. And then also, even though the business, it's been in business for 50 years at this point, but still at this point, we're just like taking off. And so I feel honored and privileged just to be a part of this business, like a pioneer, really like a pioneer. We all are the ones that are coming in right now because we have an answer. And so I'm so excited in that, as far as that aspect goes.
And the other thing as well, there's one part there on the slide that it actually says about transforming your home. I mean, imagine not having toxic sprays. Imagine eliminating the need for all of that, and to be part of your beauty regime as well. So again, there's a link below where you'll really find out more about what the water does. And there's 100 uses of Kangen water. And so just click on the slide on the link below, and you'll be able to see more. So last but not least, I mean, this was one of the things as well, is that, there's going to be literally a mentorship, to teach you how to reach the 100,000. So you're not left on your own. That's literally, since I've come in, I have not been left on my own. I am so blessed to have Priya and Diamond, here, and, supporting each other. And we just want to support more people like that. So if you're out there on your own in business, or you have an idea of how you're wanting to transform the world, you just don't know what to do, then my goodness, let's all come in here and let's grow together. We're not teaching you how to suck eggs. We know that you are high consciousness people, because if you're in here watching this, there was something that literally called you in here. So, but this is just us all getting together, and really, just as Diamond said about, we're pioneers, and it's all these pioneers getting together, just go, what next? What next? So that's about as much as I've got to say, and I will let Priya and Diamond finish.
Well, my last and final words, I would just like to share my mantra, and that is live in your highest joy. Live in your highest joy. And I know that this water, this community, freedom, financial freedom will take us and keep us in our highest joy.
Yeah. And I would just I love that. I love the highest joy. And the other thing that I would like to add is, we are here all of us in this time of transformation on the planet to change something radically. And if we don't change, nothing changes. For me, we have come together really as visionary leaders, as pioneers, but visionary leaders. We have a vision for this planet. We have a vision for the generations to come. And this is a big part of the vision on every level: health, wealth, freedom. So for me, there is nothing higher than that. And if we can share this with the world, my question is, what else is possible? So this is my mantra. What else is possible, and how much better can it get?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for coming along and joining us. Click on one of the links below, or just reach out and have a chat with me. Or Priya or Diamond, who do you resonate with? It doesn't really matter, because we're all in the same business and we're all going on the same journey. So click on the link below, reach out to us, and we'll see you next time. Cheerio.